And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Aerobiz Supersonic. And so good news is that nobody did anything interesting there on their turns. I know I missed that for you guys, my bad. But yeah, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Aerobiz Supersonic. I am your host, the RPG guy, the one, the only, the first. And sightseeing in Vienna, and we have flights to Vienna! So that means this turn we're going to reduce the airfare back to LA to 20%. That'll be the first thing I do, because that's going to hurt our flights if we can't fill them. And obviously we're going to get hit with it probably this turn, just because we didn't know. Actually, our flights are still doing really well. And we have taken South America, and we've got a death lock on it now. It's just a matter of time before we win this. But we still got one more region we have to kind of dominate. And we haven't dominated it yet. So we still got our work cut out for us. But we're on a good track here. Yeah. Number one market share in one more region. We also need to put hubs in all the other areas, numbnuts. But I like how she conveniently forgets that. Dumbass. Freaking right. Alright, so there's nothing we can do about that flight to Rio. It's just not going to happen. But that's fine. I mean, we're still taking flights and people away. Let's just maximize it down to nothing. Make it cheap as shit. We're always going to lose money on this flight, but that's okay. It's okay because we've dominated the market in South America, and I want to keep it that way. I'm a dick. I want to keep it that way, brah. Alright, Africa. We need to get more slots in Tunis, especially if we want to at least get to Cairo. Maybe add one more city in there if we need to. So we'll add 3 slots. It only takes 3 months, not a big deal. And actually, one of the things we can try to do to help us control the market in Africa, I didn't think about this till now, is to build a business. Sounds stupid, I know, but if we can get the market dominance early on in Africa, we can outsail the people from Cairo. Fly anywhere else that the Cairo hub is going to, and try to take them out. But let's build up Tunis first. I think that's a better deal. We can also start opening flights into Cairo, just to get us started here. We can always add more flights later. It's not something I'm ultimately worried about. Ooh, that's too many. Let's just do that many for now. Let's leave average fare for now. Just see how that goes. Barbecue sauce. Alright. Fucking A. Middle East we've got 5 slots. Not a lot, but we've got them. And that's what's important. I don't think we have anything else to do. Let's look at fares right now. London to Vienna is going to be adjusted right now, as we convert LA back. Unless we're getting mad flights, let's do it. But I believe Vienna is the tourist site right now. Let's bank as much as we can on it. We'll check it as well next round just to make sure. And let's go South America here. See if our numbers are better in the other regions. Sao Paulo, oh, look at that. We've maxed Sao Paulo. That's a good one. So we've maxed Lima. See, that's what I'm talking about. We've maxed Lima. Buenos Aires is getting there. We'll leave it at 40 for now. 70% is tolerable. And so we've maxed out Santiago. Very, very good. Let's check out Hawaii. I don't think we started Hawaii, did we? So, but we also, we need to check out LA first. It's still fucking full. We'll leave it for one round. Fuck it. They want to pay out the ass to fly to LA, let them. Honolulu's full. That's a good sign. Great signs. Everything's looking rather fresh, rather good. Except for Rio, but nobody gives a shit about Rio. I mean, I love Rio. It's a great place, but in this game, nobody gives a shit about Rio. Alright, let's move on to the next round. There's nothing more we can really do. As we just fucking roll the bank in on Vienna. More slots in Sao Paulo. Not that I give a shit. Rio Air is done. They're not a threat to us anymore. We've got Europe under our belt. We got to build up Africa. That's where we're hurting the most. Nothing there, of course. Alright, this is going to be tricky. We need to keep our eye on that. Baghdad is defunct, I think, as well, because they're not expanding anymore. Yeah, Rio Air made no profit. They're out of the game. Rio Air is no longer a threat. We can actually get rid of that flight probably in Rio. It's not going to affect anything from this point on. They're done. They're done. They're out of the game. All right. Fucking A. All right, the 707 Boeing is now available. The Aleutian IL-14 is no longer in production because it's a piece of shit. Alright, Dragon's gonna do all kinds of crazy expansion in Asia to dominate Asia. They're smart, in a sense. The AI is pretty good. It knows that in order to keep me from winning, they need to control Asia. They're not gonna have a problem with that. I'm not gonna try to win Asia from them. They're so well embedded in there. I'd be better off fucking a sheep and trying to make the goat human, the goat man, than trying to actually beat them at this structure. There's no point. So let's expand in Africa, because that is our most likely place to take share wins in. So let's add, oh shit. Let's add 3 slots here to Algiers, because that'll be, I'll use those 3 slots right away. Actually, let's do, we're doing 3 slots in Algiers, so I need to add 3 more slots in Africa. And that's all we can add anyway, so it works out. Fucking A. The fucking A. Alright, let's lose some flights to Asia. Dingle my ding ding ling dong. Would you like to tickle my ding 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 ling ding 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 dong? Alright, we're not gonna open this flight yet because we need planes. Simple as that. You know what? No, we will. We'll use the 1 plane we have. Open that flight. Get that going, because that way we can put a hub there right away. We'd always swap planes out later. Would you like to touch my ding 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 ling dong? Would you like to play with my glorious schlong, cause it's so long? Would you like to touch my ding 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 ling dong? It's really good if you like ding ling dongs that are really long. Okay. Yes, I'm sorry. I put little fucking songs to these. I can't help it. Because the songs are so monotonous, it just makes me think of horrible fucking lyrics. Alright, sweet, let's build a hub there now that we've got a connecting flight. We're going to order more planes. We got to do that quick, fast, and in a hurry. Let's do this, because this will allow us to fly to Australia right away, which will allow us to, you know, continue the hubs. Ding, 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 ling, dong. Planes, that's what we need. Gotta get my fucking priorities straight. We'll go with Lockheed because of the big one that they got. It's efficient. It's a pretty decent plane. It's better than the jets, so we'll go with it. That's the one that's there. That'll make the 5 flights we need. Sure, we'll be a little extra, but I don't give a shit. Alright, I think we're good. We can buy from Sud, I think. But they don't offer a plane I give a shit about it. 30 grand? I'm better off with the fucking big-ass planes that I use already. Ding, 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 my ding, 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 ding. Would you like to touch my glorious dong? Would you like to jiggle my diggle, ding, 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 dong? Hong Kong. I'm sure they own, like, no, they don't own any businesses. Fucking A. Hells yeah. Man, if we can get a fucking strong nut on this, we might actually be alright. Actually, I think the hub here for them is actually up up there. Fuck it, don't care. All right. Ding, ding, dong. I think we're done. Actually, one option is to see if we can fly. No, we totally can't make that. I was going to say fly from Baghdad to Sydney, and that's just the dumbest thing I think I've ever said. Oh, I didn't close the flight to Rio. All right, Vienna's still the hot spot. And we dominate still the international market by at least 100,000 passengers. So that can change very quickly in the next few rounds. Can be very concerning. My goal is that that's not what happens, but shit happens when you party naked, guys. I'm sorry, it just does. It's the way life goes, man. And I didn't pay attention in Africa at all, and I should have. I really should have. Okay, we still have a... Okay, well, Rio Air is trying to catch up again. They're broke as shit. They're not my concern right now. Africa. Where's Africa? No, they still dominate it. Well, we haven't changed anything. Or they should dominate it. We haven't added more flights or fixed anything, really. I'm too lazy to shut down the Rio flight, so I don't give a shit. All right. Tunis. The planes have been delivered. Delivered! Would you like a delivery? Special delivery. All right. We're done in Europe. We've dominated that, and we still do. Let's finish out the flights to Cairo. Oh, no shit. Oopsies. And let's add another plane because we can. Actually, do we need to? Yeah, we do. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. We'll just undercut the competition hardcore, is what I say. Alright, let's do more flights. Ooh, shit. Not good. Those flights are shit. Well, we need to add more flights anyway by adding more planes. This is actually relevant to at least the 5. I want to have 5 flights going, but we need to really mark it down. It's about getting people to fly here. It's not about profiting yet. That's a very expensive flight as is. So that's fine. Let's do a flight from here to, Oceania. And they're charging top dollar to go out of Hong Kong. So let me redo this a little bit. If they're gonna charge top fucking dollar, I think we can beat that a little bit. We'll just charge average fare and see if we can bust a profit on it. Remember, they've been in that area the longest, so they have the strongest grip on dominating the region monetarily, so we shouldn't even be attempting to dominate it. It defeats the fucking function of actually just doing well in this game. So we're not trying to take over Asia or Oceania. The competition is currently too stiff to fucking dick around with it, so let's not. Instead, let's just get the hubs going so we can win that, and then keep our attention and our sights on Africa, because that's what is coming down to the wire too. We're banking on blessing the rains down in Africa. I hear the drums echo in the night. Alright, so we're good there. We can make Asia more we can make Hong Kong more appealing by buying up more businesses. May as well. We don't have a lot of money, so we'll buy the cheap ones. 2 of the cheap ones. As long as it doesn't bankrupt me. Which it shouldn't, but I'm just saying. Whatever's cheap. Well, that's cheap. That's fucking really cheap. We may have to also upgrade Baghdad as well to get a little bit of perk there, but let's stop with that and upgrade Africa. and Tunis specifically. Again, like I said, it's all about Africa. So let's try to do what we can to increase our revenue structures of Africa for the best. I bless the rains down in Africa. Bless the rains down in Africa. Alright, we'll just do the fucking pleasure boat. They're gonna go down the Nile. So I don't think the Nile actually goes there, but I don't know, actually. I don't know my geography that well. As far as where rivers begin and end. I know where places are city-wise because I give a shit, but usually because of games like this. Let me check how LA's doing. If we're hurting in LA, obviously we gotta make it cheaper. I just wanted to check. Yeah, LA's hurting. Let's bring the cost down. 90% is still really good, but let's bring it down to 30% just to stay on the safe side. 20% was what it's at, but 90% even at 50% is pretty high. But 30% gives us that extra 10% full flight, which actually might make more. I might need more money, give or take. Again, I'm not too hyper concerned about it. So we now have a hub in every country, in every region. One thing that Dragon has not accomplished yet, because I don't think they're going to South America yet. And sightseeing in Mexico is very, very hot. So that's good for that. So we're going to adjust Vienna, because there's no point in keeping Vienna expensive. How are we doing? Okay, we're catching up in Africa, and we still haven't gone to Algiers yet. So this is a good sign. We could win in the next few rounds here if we make some smart decisions. We own the U.S., of course. Rio's catching up down south. We got to keep an eye on that. Well, when we get closer to conquering Africa, we'll double check on South America and see what's going on there. All right. So there we go. Regional hub in Hong Kong, diddly gong, da-bow, da-wow, dow. All right. And we got our 3 slots at Algiers. Would you like a beer in a place called Algiers? Let's double check this. Actually, let's jump on the gun on this. Let's make sure we're filling out our flights. Rio's at 100%. Okay. Making a profit there. 100. Well, because of Mexico City. That's why. We don't have the planes to reach Rio, so I'm not going to bother with it now. And I'm not going to bother raising the price. Let's keep undercutting Rio Air. That's how I look at this right now. Let's fix the pricing on Vienna, because nobody's going to fly to Vienna at 50%, bonus. 50% cost higher. And it's going to reflect right about now, too. I mean, it shows that it is now. Okay, so the way that they do it is the next turn, because it's not a sightseeing place. So let's get it down to 10% again, because I don't want to have to fuck with this. We need every penny we can get right now. We need to nickel and dime the shit out of this and try to get this going here. Africa. All right, let's connect the flights. Do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Giggity-goo, alright. Giggity-goo, alright. Fucking shit. 3, that's fine. Giggity-goo, alright. We'll do minus 40, so make it real cheap. And then we just upgrade the shit out of Cairo, Algiers, and Tunisia. Is really the best that we can do. Undercut the competition as best as we can, and promote bullshit trade throughout Africa. Alright, so Tunis is maxed out. Cairo is shit! So, airfare. Let's do 50, minus 50%. Let's lose money on this. I'm fucking A-okay with that, baby. Because we got a plan. Alright, let's business up. Let's suit up, guys. Building up Tunis and Algiers are the priority. Or Cairo, actually, would be the priority, because then we can draw more people to Tunis. So we'll actually send 3 dudes here, max out fucking Tunis, and then we'll take a look at Cairo. And we'll do the same next round. We'll just keep building the shit up out of Africa until we done good. Is pretty much the strategy I'm going to do here. It's focusing in Tunis because that is our regional hub. Pulling in from... And then Cairo will be next on our list. So, at least as far as I'm concerned. Algiers, unless they've got something in Algiers already, yeah, they don't have shit in Algiers, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's look at Cairo right now, actually. If they have stuff in Cairo, let's start doubling down in Cairo now. They do. They have one of the hotels. Let's get the other city hotel, because that'll go away very quickly. And because of that, we'll send our other guy to Cairo as well. And take one of the better options that if we can afford it. Whatever the best option we can afford is. Okay, so we can't afford shit. So we'll take the shuttle service. That'll practically bankrupt us, almost, at 4 mil. But this is the right way to go about this, guys. I think. I believe this is the right way to do it. Let's check out Baghdad. See how that flight's doing. See if we can increase flights. Actually, we've maxed it out, so great. Good for us. Let's do Asia and check Asia and Sydney together here. Still can't get the flights to Hong Kong, so let's make it fucking fuck cheap. We need to get money out of these flights, and the only way you really get money is by filling them. Sydney's not too bad, but it could be better, so let's minimize that down to about 30%, and see if the numbers improve. Alright, I think we're good for this turn, so let's end this turn. Again, we are coming up to the end of our game here. If we can take Africa and keep our numbers up in South America, we're gonna do great. The problem is that could fuck us in the ass as Mexico City's doing really well. The Olympics! We can raise revenue from London to Italy. Uh-oh, Dragons are trying to catch up here. Where are they catching up to? How are they catching up? Okay, we took Africa. I think we took Africa. Okay. We still dominate the U.S. Africa. South America's still ours. I think we're good. Let me see. Did we just win? Or we have to maintain this for like 2 or 3 turns or some shit. Nigeria is at war. We'll see. We'll find out in a moment. Ooh, Rio Air is hurt because they boosted the shit out of their profits. Baghdad, to try to make money on those flights, and we didn't do anything. We have one bad... Our flight to Algiers isn't looking so hot. If things go well, we win in 2 turns. 6 months. Fucking A. Alright. And this will just keep our numbers up. We need to check the numbers in... Well, let's just work on Africa right now, I think, is really the focus here. Don't give a shit. Alright. Let's do some stuff to Algiers, see if we can make it more, no, I don't want slots, asshole. Let's see if we can boost Algiers and try to see if we can help that region a bit by putting some businesses there. It's usually the good way to do it. Be a pal, but the game's almost over as long as we can maintain #1 in our areas. The only area that's kind of a threat to us, which I should probably look into, is South America. And really what I'm going to do, we don't have the money, but I don't think, but we'll try to buy a business somewhere in South America, just to make sure that we keep pulling away from the competition. And maybe even put it in Rio, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to do that. Well, you know what? Let's see which flights are hurting. That's really what we should be doing. Where am I getting screwed here? Because I'm obviously getting screwed if Rio Air is catching up to me. Man, that's shit. 96, 43, 94. So I'm losing flights out of Buenos Aires. So first things first, let's reduce the price. Because I want the numbers. I don't care about the money, I care about the numbers. And actually, let's just reduce a little bit everywhere. Actually, we could just do campaign in Mexico. See if that helps. I don't usually use it very often because I don't usually find it to be all that helpful, but you never know. We could advertise and see if that helps. Remember, Rio did not get out of South America, so we could get some stronger international flights coming in. But let's just keep the numbers low because we want the flights to count. I think Rio is... let's fucking drop the price all the way. No point in competing. Then kiss my ass. Alright, let's try it. I don't usually use it very often, so let's try something that I find to be new. If we can afford it. Ooh. Yeah, that's not possible in this region. Well, we own a lot of that stuff, so let's get to it. Alright. And we don't have the money to do much else, so we'll just end the turn here. And sightseeing has moved to New Delhi. Yay. New York's got more slots. Yeah, it was successful. Means people from all over the world will want to go to South America, hopefully, and build up more travel and fill up our flights. This could backfire, though, because it might help Rio. Let's see. See how the mechanics of this affect the numbers, because it was 130,000 to 10,000 or something like that. It boosted our numbers a little bit, but not by much. And it was a huge expense, as you can see, so we won't dick around with that again. I don't see a reason to. We just have to stay first place one more year, I believe. McDonnell Douglas is testing a new plane. Good for them. Oh, Rio's actually now in the U.S. They somehow made it. Victory is ours. We just hang on for this quarter. I think we'll be all right. I think. You know what? I'm more concerned with keeping South America. That's really what's going to make or break this. So let's, it was Africa. Now Rio's trying to dick with me here at the final end of this final stretch of the game. They're trying to give me a good stiff ass fucking. So let's try to counter their ass fucking with an ass fucking of my own. Oh, yeah. Buenos Aires is hurting for travel. Let's start a business there. Let's do a cheap one. Stuff that we can fucking afford. So I can put stuff all over that southern region where our businesses are kind of weak and stuff, just to ensure that we monopolize as best as possible that region. We'll take the city hotel. So at least if we miss out by a turn, we have 2 turns to kind of make up for it again, and we should be able to do it. But I'm pretty sure we've got this win nailed in the coffin here. We're just putting kind of the final nails in the coffin. Unless something weird happens, like one of the cities we go to a lot goes to war, like Baghdad, I think we'll be alright. And Baghdad's not even a big concern of ours. So, let's end the turn and see how this goes. If we win this, we fucking win. New Delhi! New Delhi, New Delhi, New Delhi. Alright. Let's see here. We still... Ooh, we actually did not get #1 for international flights this year. Shame on us. We'll have to look into that. I don't think it matters, though. It's more about everything else, but we'll see. If this fucked me over, it's an easy fix. I just make all of my international flights cheap. It's not hard to bounce back from that. It really isn't. Because, again, it's not about profit right now, as long as we're #1. Let's see, did we win? We did it! #1 in passengers in 4 regions. You are the greatest. Congratulations! Nobody can catch RPG Air now, baby. We never could have done it without you, boss. RPG Air, #1 airline in the world. Those words are music to my ears. I'm proud to have worked with you. My heartfelt congratulations. We did this in, what, 2.5 hours? So, there it is. Big win for... Oh, yeah, I totally looked that hot, by the way. That's totally me. 10 years and 100 pounds ago. So we are victorious. Again, this is one of the harder modes because of the lack of reach. I think the first level and the first and fourth scenarios are the hardest. The second 2 scenarios are actually pretty easy, even in comparison to this, because your ability to reach anywhere you want to go. especially really early on. But we did it for the most part. So, let's talk about Aerobiz Supersonic. Now, this is a sequel to Aerobiz. I never really got into the first Aerobiz game. It just kind of annoyed me more than I did actually enjoy it. So I know that a lot more people like Aerobiz over Supersonic, but I like Aerobiz Supersonic, and it's a decent strategy game. I mean, it's a bit dated by today's standards. It's definitely pretty tricky to play if you don't have a manual for the game, or if you're not familiar with the franchise. Again, there's only 2 games in the franchise, I think. But if you're a big fan of strategy games, definitely check this game out. It's available on the Super Nintendo or Super Famicom. It's also available, a lighter version of it is available on Sega. And really, when I say lighter, it's mostly graphically lighter. And I think it's pretty good. In the strategy game world, I'm not like a master strategy game player, other than strategy RPGs. This is just a straight up business simulation game. So this is more closer to a sim game. For sim games, I give this a solid 6 out of 10. It has replayability, but the gameplay and strategies don't change that much based on the difficulty level, so I will make that point. It doesn't do much to play on harder difficulties. April 1961, congratulations! After years of sweat, tears, and a little bit of luck, RPG Air Incorporated has made it to the top. With your shrewd management skills of dicking other people over, you have outwitted even the slyest of your foes. Business leaders around the world are clamoring at your door. Damn right they are. Lecture and book deals are pouring in. So much for retirement. Whatever. So, again, as far as sim games go, I give this a 6. 5 being average, 10 being perfect, which I believe there is no such thing as a perfect game, and 1 being absolute shit. I will tell you this, get a manual. Get the manual, or get like a PDF of the manual to this game, because there's a lot of information here that if you are not familiar with the game, and you don't know what all the symbols, all the technology, all the verbiage and all that stuff, you don't know what it means, you find yourself kind of at a loss with this game. It can be very unentertaining. Or watch somebody do a Let's Play like you are now, and then give this game a shot. If you really understand its mechanics and how to play it, I think you guys will enjoy it. I am your host, the RPG Guy, and I want to thank you guys for checking out our first scenario of Aerobiz Supersonic. If you'd like to see me play the other scenarios and on harder difficulties, say so in the comment box, or send me a private message that you want to see more. I will gladly play more Aerobiz for you guys, to enjoy, if you'd like to see more. Coming up, I'm hoping to do some bigger RPG games in the future. Check out my live stream at www.twitch.tv/JacktardStudios. We have two shows going right now. The RPG Guy plays, which I'd play my live RPG games, and that's most of the time during the week. That's what, Wednesday, Saturday, and Monday. And then we have our Chairman of the Board tabletop show on Mondays and Tuesdays. I think we're also going to have some RPG Guy show on Thursdays as well. I'll let you guys know how that pans out going ahead here. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Again, I am your host, the RPG Guy. Check out our website at www.jacktardstudios.com. You can also support us. You can donate to us. You can do all kinds of cool stuff. Check out the Twitch page for all that information and all that good stuff. And if there's any games you'd like to see me play, guys, let me know. I've played a lot, not every game, that's some fucking bullshit. I've played a lot of great games out there, and I'd like to show you many more of those other games out there. So thanks a lot, guys, for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Bye! Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please take a moment to check out more episodes from the RPG Guy, Tuesday Night Team Up, and more. And please subscribe. Always support the channels you enjoy watching, and while you're at it, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Keep on gaming hard. See you next time.